Okay, hi everybody. This is LB, and my intro was a little bit cut from this, so I'm gonna do another intro. And I know everything is echoey and all that stuff. I'm actually working on that, and we'll be working on that for the next weeks. But this is gonna be a weekly event, and right now it's sound and everything is kind of wonky, but I plan on fixing that because I'm the one that's mainly editing and all that stuff. Anybody who can offer suggestions and that kind of thing, definitely give me a jingle. I'll leave some contact information in the bottom. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy it. We got Blue.
Who's that? Oh, it's me. Oh, it's me. It's Surter. I'm that dude. I just forgot the order.
Yep, good job, bro.
And I'm Osborne, and I'm just face palming my everywhere, all over the place.
That's all we do. Okay, and this time we actually have a bit of a structure. This time, we actually have it written down.
Exactly. Yeah, we could see that. We can see this. We saw that while we were presenting ourselves.
So yeah, okay, we're gonna start out with our first topic. Idra is training in the Slayer's house in Korea. Woo!
Oh, Jesus. Wasn't Puck supposed to go there too?
I have no idea, actually.
Oh, that's
all I know is Idra is over at the Slayer's house. It doesn't say anybody else. Pretty much Idra is training with the other Slayers. So that's all I got. I don't know anything else.
Yeah.
He might stop raging.
Well,
more.
Yeah, maybe. That's never going to happen. Anyway.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but just Idra in Korea, the sheer amount of Terrans there, it fuels his rage.
Yeah, that's pretty true. That's a pretty apt description of it. Okay, Blue, since you're the one that actually brought up the story, what do you know? What do you have on this?
It's like a really short information, basically. Because Idra wanted to move over to Korea, Slayer, from what I know, I might be wrong, but Slayer is actually working with evil geniuses, and they're willing to have some of their players come over and stay with them in their training house. The only bright thing I'm seeing out of this is what we talked about in our last podcast with Boxer against Idra. Imagine all those matches and all those strategies that were probably never even heard of that Idra or Boxer could come up with against each other.
Well, that's a podcast I'd rather watch than this. I really don't have anything to say about this because I just found out about it like, what was it? 5 minutes ago, maybe, if.
I think it's gonna be good for him because he's mostly a macro player. So he always, every time he gets pressured early on, he struggles. You can see it now the way he doesn't lose to bunker rush anymore, but he still likes to be greedy, and playing in Korea where like proxy barracks, proxy gateways are commonplace, and grandmasters and masters gonna help him a lot. And be ready to face the Koreans in MLG and DreamHack. And it's going to be a good thing for EG overall because they fucked up hard last MLG.
Yeah. What about you, Ozzy? What's your take on this?
Well, I've been following the whole American or foreigner pairing up with the Korean houses pretty well. So I know that the Quantix Gaming and Incredible Miracle went the way of, slaughtering themselves. And I know that there's 3 EG members that are going to be in the Slayer's house. Idra got there first, so basically what happened was that Slayer's Jessica posted a Twitter pic about it. But it's going to be Idra, Huck, and Puma. They're going to be practicing in the Slayer's house.
Now that's like Dream Team 20 every year.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much what I'm anticipating is that after training in the Slayer's house, Puma is going to come back and just win MLG like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, more than likely.
Oh, he's gonna have Huck and Hydra in his way. Don't forget that.
He beats Huck and Idra.
Consistently.
Oh, why?
Shit.
Yeah, true.
Wait, who?
Puma.
Puma. Yeah.
Puma's
Puma
gonna.
won. He won the DreamHack.
Yeah.
Yep, true.
He's gonna walk all over him.
No, Hero won DreamHack. Puma won NASL
Oh.
Yes, like
against
that.
Hero.
But yeah, it's
So-
the best three players of EG are gonna be able to practice with fucking good players, so I think it's gonna be good for them.
Yeah.
And well, EG is the only major team right now in tournaments, like North American tournaments. If it's not a Korean that wins, it's always an EG member.
Ooh, I don't know. Liquid's been up there pretty well, and Rain is racking up some pretty good stuff.
Well, for a major, like from what I heard, like the last major tournament, it was either EG or some Korean clan.
Yeah.
Well, the two latest North American ones have been, well, I guess, no, actually, no, the foreigner ones, I should say, have been DreamHack and NASL, which were both won by Koreans, but one of them was Team Liquid and one of them was EG, so it's like,
Yeah.
I don't really know where to go with that, because they're both foreign teams, but both of the players were Korean.
Well, Koreans, they have it in their blood.
Yeah. All we need to select to get a bit bigger cheeks, and he'll be able to just completely steamroll him.
Wow. Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be really interesting for the next what? 3 MLGs?
Yeah, they're going. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean, Puma's gonna end up going up into the God of Terran. Like all the teams, it's them and what's MVP's team again?
I am incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible miracle.
Yeah, that's it. Between them and Slayers, those are the two top Terran teams in the whole world. And Puma going in there and learning from them instead of having to fight against Idra every day, that's gonna be completely killer.
Don't leave Startails out of that, because they have Bomber, and Bomber is a ridiculous.
Bomber is boss. I'm just talking about overall Team Terran.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just one person, but
Exactly.
the team itself.
Yeah. And
Because you could have like the most amazing player in the worst team of the world.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and yeah. Continue.
And that's the thing about Slayers and IM is they've got the best Terrans in the world teaching the best Terrans in the world. And it's just a continuous cycle of that because you've got Slayers Boxer, the legend, teaching MMA, who's now one of the top Terrans in the world. And he does some of the most wonky, awesome games that I've ever seen. And it's just between him and his MVP rivalry for the past while have been some of the best matches I've seen.
Yeah.
And their TVTs, which are usually these long, drawn-out slugfests, and every time it happens, when it's those two play, there's something new from either side. It's crazy. It's hilariously awesome. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's sure that Puma's gonna get better just by learning from Boxer. Because Boxer, even though he didn't do that good lately in tournaments, you can see that he has the mechanics and he has the experience from Brood War. So
Yep.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what it ends up doing.
What he ends up picking up. I hope he picks up that off-the-wall, freaking awesome style, but I don't know. It'll be up to him in the end.
Well, if he can pick up Boxer style but keep up with his macro, it's gonna be awesome because that's what kills Boxer every time.
Yep.
In every match he plays, he focuses too much on micro and loses because he has 1,000 minerals banked at 10 minutes in the game.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Never ever. Okay, let's shift a little bit right now. I think we're in for a topic change. Let's go into Skyrim. Just a complete.
Not a sudden shift at all. Smooth as butter.
Let's go to. Let's talk about how Skyrim's patch 1.2. Now, at time of this recording, Skyrim patch 1.3 is out, which is fixing this. I just want to talk about 1.2 itself and all the shit that they literally heaped onto the game just from trying to fix everything. It's just horrible. It's sad.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be sending up links for all these news stories that we've been talking about as I can in the description below. So, yeah. Basically, they tried to fix the PlayStation 3 lag from long-time players. Like, if they played for 50-plus hours, it would lag like there's nobody's business. And Steam had a few issues, and so did the Xbox. That was the main issue that they wanted to fix in this first patch. So, they released the patch. It didn't fix anything. And it also popped up new bugs on both sides. The dragons are flying backwards. I'm not even kidding. They're moonwalking in midair.
You see what's happening is that patch 1.3 is fulfilling every dragon's dream of becoming Michael Jackson.
Exactly. It's horrible. They won't even land. They're basically immortal because they can just fly away if they get too low on health, and then you'll never kill it.
Well, you know, that's what I would do if I were a dragon.
Yeah, but
Yeah, me too. I would land and wait to get hacked down by a guy with an axe. I would continue flying and burning shit down.
exactly. But
And do the move. Dude, if I could fly backward, that would be awesome.
flying Michael Jacksons all across the sky. Little boys beware.
Alright.
Okay, no more little boy jokes for the rest of this. I'd rather not. So yeah, this is basically one of the biggest clusterfucks I've seen from Bethesda. I mean, their subsidiary Obsidian has done some pretty shitty work with bugs. Fallout New Vegas. But this is, I mean, yes, every Obsidian game and every Bethesda game has had bugs up the butt, but it's still been a freaking fun game.
Well, the problem with the glitches and the bugs in Bethesda games is that they're awesome.
Yeah. Bethesda game bugs are usually awesome. Obsidian game bugs are game breakers. More often than not. I mean, a lot of people are going to flame me and be like, well, Fallout New Vegas was the best game ever. I don't care. I still like Fallout 3 better. Just my opinion.
Fallout 3 was so much better.
Oh, I love that game. Let's not get into that. I'm going to sit here and start talking about Tesla cannons.
Yeah.
Tesla cannons?
Yeah, you shoot lightning bolts out of a gun.
I'm going to say this for Obsidian Entertainment. Neverwinter Nights 2.
That's true. They do really good follow-ups. I mean, even Fallout New Vegas is not a bad follow-up. It's just not as good. Neverwinter Nights 2 is one of the exceptions. There's always going to be an exception. But Fallout New Vegas, when compared to Fallout 3, not as good. Not to me. Again, it's always going to be a personal opinion. Anyway, back to the world of flying backwards Michael Jacksons. I'm sorry, Obsidian. You're supposed to be fixing bugs, not completely and utterly fucking your game to the point where you can't even make a new character. Which was also another one of the many new bugs.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad. I'm actually trying to do a playthrough, but I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna be a mage. Because mages are awesome. Anyway, Blue, what do you have to say on this, or do you even give a shit?
One problem. I don't play Skyrim, at least not yet.
You should.
Neither. I don't have the time.
You should. You both should. You should at least try it. I'm not saying you're gonna love it. Everybody's gonna fucking love it. No, not everybody's gonna love it. It's not gonna be everybody's game. But there's no hurt in trying.
Yeah, I don't have the time for it. You're talking to the guy that has an exam on Saturday and has the exam right now, so...
Yeah, my friend Morgan is putting Skyrim on the shelf until her exams are over.
I'm putting Starcraft on the shelf.
What?
What about you, Blue?
I have no idea what we just said. Seriously, my mind is out of it right now.
All right, Blue's done.
We'll get back into it. Anyway.
Let's give Blue a few minutes so he can gather his thoughts.
Okay. Well, since that's pretty much as talk to death as much as we can do.
Wait.
What?
Before we get off of Skyrim, and you didn't know if you guys have seen the video of a guy hooking up his Kinect to his PC and playing Skyrim on it.
What?
I'm gonna link that in the description. That's gonna be fucking awesome. We can't really go into it right now though.
I'm going to send you the link.
And I will link it in the description.
And you can put it on the podcast. But everybody needs to look at this because it might not be like the best thing you've ever seen for a Skyrim or a Kinect thing, but it's Skyrim on the Kinect, so I feel obligated to tell everyone about it.
Okay, yeah. I might not be into Kinect, but I'm gonna definitely save this link.
Yeah.
Okay, now back into the world of Starcraft. We're going to talk about how, let's see, where is it?
How people are checking how smart we are with Starcraft?
Yep. Basically, it's going to be a new cognition test as people playing Starcraft. That's just fucking awesome. Usually,
now, when you say Starcraft, do you mean the first one or Starcraft 2?
Starcraft 2. Starcraft 2.
All right. It's one of the links.
Yep.
I'm gonna relink it. There you go.
Yep. Chess is Zerg rushing chess, because chess has usually been the premier example of cognition tests up till now.
Yeah. Now, before you were trying to see how you could your mind was working while you were multitasking, and chess was a perfect example because you always have to think about 20 situations and like 10 moves in advance. But some scientists figured out that StarCraft 2 is such a fast-paced RTS that it uses all these part of your brains, but at a faster pace. So basically, what I saw in the article is that they used over 3,500 replays and they split the players in 8 brackets from the less skills to the best skills to the higher skilled. And from that, they're getting their data, and basically it's better, and they get more precise results than with chess players. And the advantage that the scientists said is, well, basically they have an unlimited test subjects, because any player that plays StarCraft is a test subject for them.
And basically, it's the main goal of this is training you for something like an emergency, like your critical thinking, your basically your mindset under pressure. Because if you can keep that mindset and utilize it outside of
I believe that's called cognitive response.
Yeah, cognitive response. If you can utilize that in an emergency situation, rather than sitting there trying to just, I don't fucking know, choke. When you're sitting there choking instead of doing what you need to do, people will die in a lot of situations, including you.
You will die.
You
specifically, that you there that's watching this podcast. You die.
Yeah.
Well, it could happen to anyone. You get to an emergency situation, and it's something stupid like you're in a car accident, or your car crashed in the middle of a train track. There's a train coming, and just unbuckling your belt and getting out of the car. Some people, because they start panicking, are not able to do that. And it happened, I saw it on the news a couple of years ago. The girl, basically her car broke down, and she had like 30 seconds to get out of the car, and she wasn't even able to remove her seatbelt, because she just started panicking, and she wasn't able to think straight.
It's kind of scary how that works. It's just how your mind and your body react to it. Your fingers stop working, your arms go weak, you can't really do anything. And it's really scary for a lot of people. And and I'd love to see Starcraft help out with that, because that's something that is important. It's not something that, it's not like 20 guys sitting around in a room playing a game anymore. It's training somebody like MLG or something. It's not like us just doing something for fun. It's doing something because it's important. And my dream is Starcraft in every single home by the end of the year.
You wish.
I know, right?
Yeah, you wish.
So, what do you have to say on it, Blue? You've been kind of quiet.
I'm still gathering my thoughts.
Okay.
All right, Ozzy.
What's up with you, Ozzy?
My thoughts on StarCraft being awesome? Let me think. Well, I think that science is great and everyone should follow science because it'll tell you to play more video games.
Yes.
Also, really, to be honest, games have been doing this forever. Like, they've already had thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of dollars wasted on these studies that pretty much everyone already knew, where if you play a game and that game requires you to respond quickly to like impractical or unusual situations, then you're able to think of solutions quicker. That is going to help you in every single facet of your life. You'll be able to make decisions just based on whatever information you have. It may not be the best decision, but the fact that you're able to make one in a snap moment is a good skill to have. And games have been doing that forever.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot of people doesn't know, but the more you play video games, the more you think. And as you're thinking more, it open up what I would call open up the door to a more deeper thinking. The best genre of this is the point and click game, because you have to examine everything. You have to examine what you're going to do, you have to examine what you should be doing, and it basically helps you think more deeper and not quickly, but more deeper, be able to think outside the box.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I like about video games themselves, and to an extent books, more than, say, TV or movies. I'm not saying that TV and movies aren't good for you. You should always watch TV, you should always watch movies. But gaming and reading are completely different from those two, and they're different from themselves. Main difference is in both aspects, you're thinking harder than if you're watching something.
Yeah, because reading and gaming, you all thinking. If you're watching TV and movies, they already display it for you. You don't really need to think. It's just right there.
Exactly.
Example, Jersey Shore.
Exactly, that's like, if you watch Jersey Shore, why are you fucking watching this? I think you should die in a tire fire. Although they're canceling it, fuck yeah.
It took them long enough.
I know, right?
The main difference between video games and any other kind of medium is that they're actually interactive, like in a direct way.
Yes.
And that's...
Oh, it's like sports, basically.
And reading is going to be fundamentally different because you yourself have to paint that image in your head if you're going to truly understand the text.
Unless you're reading in a group.
Yeah, well, no, you even still then, you personally have to do it. You can either be sitting there and looking at words on a page, or you can be doing what reading is supposed to be. And yes, this is how reading is supposed to be. Is you're supposed to be seeing what's going on, not reading what's going on.
Damn, I thought books were invented by schools to make us read more.
Actually,
That was oddly specific.
I'm actually one of the most avid readers because I just love sitting there and imagining all those situations and how I would react to them even. And that's a form that we can do. And that's what video games bring that no other medium has brought before, is you are actually doing it. Sure, you don't have to imagine everything, but you do have to start thinking ahead.
Yep.
Dungeons and Dragons. Excuse me.
No,
Well, that's true, but it's still a turn-by-turn game. I mean, any tabletop game, you don't have the RTS feeling.
Yeah.
If you wait for 20 minutes to do your turn, you can do it. You're gonna be, no one's gonna want to play with you after that. But you can do it. It's like chess. That's why Starcraft, that's why they're saying Starcraft is better than chess, because it forces you to think now. You don't have 30 seconds, you don't have 20 minutes, because in 20 minutes you're going to be dead. Even if you're a Terran and you float your building to the corner of the map. You have a fraction of a second to think, and that's what's good with video games, but it's the same with sports. If any of you played any sports, like even recreatively, you get into situations that you're like, oh shit, what do I have to do? And you have to think right now, because if you wait, the opponent player is gonna be scoring a goal or doing a touchdown or whatever sports you're doing or playing.
Or pinning you to the mat because you're lame and you wrestle. I used to. That was the only sport I ever did.
We've only got one leg.
Yeah.
But, you got one leg?
Yeah, didn't you hear about that wrestler who only had one leg?
Yes, I did. I'm not talking about professional though. I'm talking about college wrestling.
Oh, it was collegiate wrestling.
Huh. I was talking about the pro wrestler.
Oh.
There was a pro wrestler who used to who only had one leg. Anyway, we're diverting again, gentlemen.
Oh.
By the way, before we get back to whatever it is we were going to, I want to take this little opportunity to say whenever I play a tabletop game such as Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know how long a round is for some people, for some games. I know in D&D it's 6 seconds. So what I do is whenever it's somebody's turn, they have 6 seconds to decide what to do. So it's you don't get to sit there for 5 minutes and think of the best thing. No, you have to figure out what you want to do right now, otherwise you skip your fucking turn.
Yep. Which is really nice and a really good thing, especially in chess or whatever, because you can sit there and try and think about 20 moves ahead, but you have a time ticker. That's why professional chess, you have the time clock. And that time clock... I mean,
have you ever seen them play?
Yes, I have. Yeah. It's one of the coolest things in the whole
world. Immediately after you move, you press. And then once your opponent presses the button, you immediately move and press. They never stop.
Exactly.
They just kept going and going.
Yeah. That's because every move you see on the board, they've already thought about that move 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, they've been thinking about that move since they sat down before they sat down at the table.
Yeah.
Okay, we're pushing about a half hour now. Why don't we just kind of wind this out, finish up real quick. So that way we're not doing 3 hour long fucking podcasts like last week.
Who do we think we are?
It was fun. I'm not saying it wasn't fun. It's just let's keep it a little coherent this time.
Well, your hard drive isn't big enough?
Probably not. I have no idea how much this is using.
Our attention spans aren't long enough.
Our attention spans, and I have to shit really bad. Okay, I know you all needed to know that.
Yeah, we all needed to know that.
Yeah, it was completely relevant information.
And all the viewers gonna want to know that too.
Oh, of course.
There are all the 10 viewers.
Yeah, all of Spud.
Very interested in your gastroenteric,
gastrointestinal, all that good shit. Okay, let's finish up with Skyward Sword. Now, I haven't played this game. Has anybody here played this game yet?
Nope.
I know they turned the horse into glue.
Yeah, the horse is a bird now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's glue. I forgot about that. That was a great comic. Anyway, basically there's a bug where you can't beat the game, period, at all.
Yeah.
Is that really a bug or is it more?
Yeah, it's a legitimate bug. I've got a link right here, the GameSpot link.
Yep. Basically, it's if you do a certain series of action, there's some triggers in the world that won't happen, so you won't be able to finish the game. And the only way is to restart from the beginning.
Yep.
So it's
turns from a renegade AI to a renegade AI.
How far into the game is that bug?
I have no idea.
Don't say. It's when the bug crops up that player. You have to go to Lana Ryu Desert
Lana
and
Ryu.
the Goron in the Lana Ryu mine before finishing the Thunder Dragons event. So if you start a quest, go to another place, do that quest, it fucks up.
Yeah. I don't even really know what to say to that because no other Zelda game has really done that.
No, it's one. I think it's the first time that I heard about a Zelda game having a game-breaking bug. It's surprising that none of the testers found it. Because it seems like something that anyone would do.
But then again, not every beta tester might have been playing all the Zelda games up to this point, and it's pretty much a straightforward progression like that. Whereas somebody who hasn't played a Zelda game, and this is their first one, and it's technically the first one altogether, they might have done it this way because that's just how they were thinking about it, and they ended up not being able to play their game anymore. Well, not be able to beat the game anymore.
I'm wondering how much time it took before that was posted to the guys that were playing the game to figure out that it broke the game. I remember playing Zelda and being stuck on puzzles for 30 minutes sometime in Twilight Princess. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do there?
Yeah.
They must have thought that I missed something somewhere and going all around the map, all around the dungeons to try to find the thing they forgot.
But it's not something they forgot, it's something they did.
Yeah.
Which I'm honestly kind of laughing about it because it shows Nintendo's fucking human instead of Super Robot Cyborg from outer fucking space making the best games of all time.
Well, we know they're human, they made the Wii.
Yeah, well.
They made Sonic.
No, they didn't, that's Sega.
The first Sonic, yeah, that was Sega.
First Sonic.
No, all of Sonic is Sega. It's Sonic.
I feel like Sega is a subsidiary of Nintendo.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I thought they were a subsidiary of fucking EA.
I know that they were under contract from Nintendo from all of those games that nobody likes with Sonic.
Probably.
Except for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which was amazing.
Adventure 2 is awesome. A lot of people didn't like it because of Shadow. I don't care. Shadow was awesome. I also like Shadow the Hedgehog, but I'm also a fucking mutant.
You're a mutant?
Yes, I'm a mutant. I actually like a lot of
Shadow
things.
the Hedgehog is also Shadow the Hedgehog the game.
Shadow the Hedgehog the game and Shadow the Hedgehog the character.
Shadow the Hedgehog the character is just gangster.
What's that, Blue?
Yeah.
What's up?
Dude. You get to kill people.
Yes, Blue?
Don't do that.
I don't even.
Wait.
Dude, I got 3 emails from my mother in less than 10 minutes. What the fuck? And I just got a call from her that I didn't answer. It was like, fuck you, it's 11.
Okay, well, anybody else have any input on Skyward Sword being fucked up?
I think that, there's not a whole lot of publicity about this. I didn't hear about this.
The only reason I found out about it is because I'm subscribed.
I'm just amazed by the amount of glitches and bugs that companies are getting away with now. Just because, and the only reason they're able to get away with it is because the internet is so widespread now that they can fix it. But 4 or 5 years ago, somebody did this kind of stuff, and the game was broken on release. That would drive people out of business.
Yep.
Because they wouldn't be able to fix it. And now everyone's getting away with it. It's kind of come on guys, get your shit together.
Not everyone, only the big companies. If you're an indie developer and you release a fucked up game, you're not getting out of it. Your company's going to the ground because it's the first, EA, we know. Everyone knows that the EA game, when it comes out, is going to be buggy. But EA doesn't give a shit because all their games are getting most of their games are getting sold.
That's
well,
bullshit.
That's why I mostly only buy from Blizzard, because all their games are top-notch. It takes 10 years to make them, but they're top-notch.
I would rather someone take so much, that's why it amazes me that Skyrim has so many issues. They were making this game for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's
it's
all this stuff comes out, and I know that they have a lot of shit to go through because Skyrim is huge. But I mean, like the glitches that they had, like the audio glitch that crashed to your desktop.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, some of it is pretty crazy. It's just how much goodwill the company has, as well as how much effort people are willing to put into the game itself just by playing it. I mean, something like Skyrim, you're going to be sitting there for what, 5 or 6 days, at least.
I think the only saving grace for Skyrim is that the glitch of the giants, whenever they hit you, you go literally flying into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
I think everyone loves that glitch so much, and if anyone actually removed it, people would like buy less of the game.
Exactly. It's one of the best glitches in the whole damn thing. Okay, I don't think there. Can anybody think of anything else we need to add about this?
Well, except that companies fucked up their game nowadays and no one gives a shit.
Well, that's because there's no quality control at the moment. There's no proprietary. There's no proprietary really hardware about this. There's only proprietary software. Everything runs on DVDs. Everything runs on fucking consoles or PCs or whatever, what have you. And there's like, there doesn't need to be as much quality control as back in the day, where you had to buy the parts from Nintendo, Sega, Sony, whatever, and you had to do it the way they wanted you to do it, instead of fucking doing whatever the hell you want, getting a license from them and being like, okay, here we go. Which is all you have to do nowadays, unfortunately.
True. Yeah, that's right. Well, it's good because you get more games, but sometimes there's some games that you're just like, what the fuck?
The Wii, majority of the Wii's library, right there.
Yeah, Nintendo fucked up with the Wii, and they will fuck up with the Wii 2, whatever.
Wii U,
Wii U. Because it's gonna have better graphics. They're like, oh my god, it's gonna have better graphics than the PlayStation 3. I hope so. Fuck, it's been like 5 years.
I know, that's a fucking accomplishment.
Yeah. But
you should have better equals graphic to the PlayStation, whatever they're gonna call it. I don't remember. And the next Xbox. If they're again a notch under that, it's gonna be like your disappointment again.
They won't, because their hardware takes up so much resource that there's no way they're going to be able to do that.
Well, and here's the thing, though. Nintendo is king, as God King, at being able to say, hey, we're going to do this, and we're going to make it the cheapest it possibly can be so we can maximize our profits. That's what they do. That's why the Wii is still like, was 150 at launch and still is like only like $100.
Yeah, something like that.
And,
it's also why the 3D, or not the 3DS, but the Nintendo DS just basically printed money.
Exactly. It's so cheap and so easy to make that they just need to make 1 billion of it, and they're gonna and then sell like 100,000 of it, and they're gonna still make a ton of money.
It helps that the DS has some pretty good games on it.
Exactly, and the gameplay, they already have all their franchises to fall back on. It's just, they just have to make the hardware cheap, and that's what they're doing. And that's what they're going to do, because it's a money-making formula, and they're going to make money, come hell or high water.
Yeah, well, it's because I think they're aiming for the whole household.
Yeah.
Like if a family, an average family that makes average money, if they have the choice between the Wii or the Xbox, then even though the Xbox has better games, if you want it graphic-wise and gameplay-wise, usually they're gonna go with the Wii because it's for the family. It doesn't have that much violence in their games. Except there's some exceptions, and it's like it's cheaper than everything else. So the way they advertised it was like, you're gonna play games while doing sports. Then after you realize you can play it while being seated.
Exactly.
But the way they advertise it, they aim for the whole family. They don't just aim for the teenage angry guy that's gonna go play a game and just rage against everybody.
They're not going to be. They're aiming against the kid who's going to play Mario rather than the punk who's going to play Battlefield 3 or Call of Duty or Halo or such and such. They're going after a completely different audience, whereas the PlayStation is undercutting itself by saying that they're going only after the hardcore gamer who's going to end up having to buy diapers and shit.
Oh, and we forgot to say the old people.
And the old people. The old people are going to be a great market for this, mainly because a lot of old people are going to benefit from this, surprisingly.
Well, my grandparents have a Wii.
Exactly. It's just going to happen like that. That's how it's going to be. And anybody who's against the Wii for that sole reason is a fucking retard.
Oh, I had some fun with Wii Sports.
Right now, I'm imagining my grandfather playing Xbox 360.
See, now that's just awesome, Blue. Although I don't know why I want to play Call of Duty.
He doesn't know how to use the computer.
All right, well, I think that's everything we need to talk about tonight. Hey, guys?
All right.
I want to know what everyone's opinion is, very briefly, on the release of Infinity Blade 2.
On what?
What the fuck is Infinity Blade 2?
That's exactly. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. So
Infinity Blade Blade 1 was a release for the iOS. Is the first game.
Yeah, fuck Apple. I'm just gonna say that right now. Fuck Apple. I hate Apple.
All right.
I've never liked any of the Apple products, and anybody who's gonna rage about Steve Jobs, okay, pretty cool guy, whatever. I just didn't like his products. I didn't like his products.
Oh yeah, I might be
You don't have to be
forced
nice
by
to him. He's dead. He doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think that's everything.
Actually, I got one more thing.
Yo.
LB and I are doing the monthly Blue War mod tournament.
Yes.
And I'm thinking we probably have one around Christmas time.
A little while after. That way I'll actually be out of work.
Yeah, like
when?
2 days before, 2 days after, whatever, just around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Because I have an idea that'll make the tournament amazing.
Well, Blue, I trust you, bro, but I'm not dressing up in a fairy princess costume. I think that's a good part to end it on. See you, everybody.
Okay, see ya.
I hope you enjoy it.